Hi, hello. I'm the Impending Moon, and I am a little bit of an idiot. Now, why am I an idiot, you may be asking? Well, it has to do with the fact that I've already got some stuff set up here, and it's the fact that I recorded an entire episode with no game audio, and that includes no audio from any other player talking to me. So, whoops. Anyways, we are here on the Vanillo SMP, a survival multiplayer server made entirely of members from Vanillo. I am currently on the server alone because, I messed up the first episode and now I'm just here recording. But that doesn't mean that I can't get some stuff done, first of which is sleeping. But for a quick recap of what happened in episode 0, I guess. We spawned over there, we all sort of gathered, started recording, and then ran without really introducing anything. I went over here to this jungle, set up some small farms, a small mine down there, got some sheep, and this tower that I don't really like. So, yeah, that's about it. And this tower isn't terrible. I mean, it's not very good. I got a neighbor over there. But really, my ideas for a base starting out were either tower or pit. And I chose tower, and now I'm thinking that I don't want either of those. Yeah, it just kind of looks a bit, dinky, I guess is the word. I don't even have it finished. There's a log missing over there. But I guess this can be repurposed into like a Firewatch tower. And I'm planning on moving probably up to this hill. I want to build a house rather than a tower. And I'm going to scout out an area right here. Ooh, iron. I like iron. Okay. This area has some potential, but for the design that I'm looking to make, this might be a bit small. Might need some terraforming to flatten out the area. But also, down here is a pretty flat area. Yeah, this clearing is really nice. Very flat, very good for building. Some trees, which are whatever, to chop down. We're not too far away from the old base, so it's not hard to move everything. And the view is pretty good. I don't know. I might go up here a little bit farther. Yeah, but this is another area that could be quite nice. We're still in the sparse jungle, so we get the nice green grass. We are right against the water, which makes it easy to connect to everybody using boats. There's Ross. Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm gonna see if this has been looted real quick. And then I will make a decision on where I want to put my house. This is very on fire. There's a lot of bamboo here, though. Ow. It has not. We've got Unbreaking 3, Mending, which is cool, but they are golden tools. Lodestone, which is now significantly less expensive, so that's cool. I'm gonna put out some of this fire. But yeah. Ow. Okay, so I've picked out 2 areas where it might be good to build a house. Down here is more nestled away, still next to the water. It's a very flat area. Yeah, overall it's not bad. And then over here, we are on a taller mountain. I think we've got a nicer view of the ocean over there, because we'll still have the view of this jungle, but I really like seeing the mountains in the distance, and I think there are some people shacked up over there. So, we should be able to see their builds as they progress, which I really want to do. There is a lava pool to clean up, but that's not the end of the world. I do need some diamonds for that, at least to do it easily. But, yeah, I think I'm leaning towards this. This little area right here, probably flattening out that hill a little bit and building a house on top of there. So I'm going to grab some melons, I'm going to grab some resources, and I am going to at least mark out where I want the pillars of the house. Because I'm still pretty early game, don't have many building blocks. It's going to be made out of jungle wood and bamboo. Dog. Dog? Dog. Dog. You are going to be dangerous for sheep. So I'm going to keep you guys over here. Sorry, sheep. Can't help you. Oh yeah, I did get 2 pets, so let me introduce you. This here is Bird, and this here is Bird. They keep making monster noises at me, and therefore I find them undeserving of names. They're still cool, so they can stick around, though. I just wish they would stop making creeper and witch noises. I can get rid of this. I do not care about it, and I almost just jumped off, because it's like, yeah, I'll get some water. Bad idea. Anyways, grab some water. I've got some cobblestone to mark out where I want things. This is going to be a build that I very much am just winging, which worked so well last time. But I've done some test builds in a testing world, and they've kind of turned out. So I'm more confident with this one than I was with the tower. Alright, I think I'm going to start right over here. I'm going to flatten this out a little bit and get some blocks placed. Yeah, so the first thing that I want here is kind of a courtyard. So I want a decent amount of green grass. I want kind of a porch area that's maybe like 3 blocks here, and then around that in like a horseshoe shape is the actual building. I don't know exactly what style this is or where I got my influences from, but I think it'll look cool. I have a vision. Okay, so we've got the inner courtyard area, we've got the porch area, and past this is going to be a horseshoe-shaped building. And that's where most of my stuff's gonna be. So like back here would be bedroom, because you get a very nice view of both sunrise, sunset, and I think I might make it on the 2nd floor, just here, so that I can see into the courtyard. I think that's gonna look beautiful. And everything else is gonna be utility, stuff like storage areas, furnace room, probably just an armor stand area, just some decorations. You know, all the things that I kind of need in a base. And, you know what I need? I need a bed. Ooh, you know what? This space is dangerous. I'm gonna go up. Hey, bird. Also, bird. Alright, is this guy gonna die? That's a different guy. He is dying, though. Could you not make baby zombie noises? They're the worst kind. You know what? It's fine. Ooh. Don't like that. Nope. Mm-mm. Why don't you just, walk over here? Yeah. Into the light. Here, I can do that, so there's a chance I'll pick up your sword. Ow. Oh, yikes. Didn't even drop the sword. So, what's the point? Alright, so, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe? Is that, too wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So, I think this is a good width for everything. It means I can fit things like enchanting tables, without bumping into the walls here. I might want to push a frame out a little bit, but overall, I think it should work. Okay, so now I have an array of very ominous cobblestone pillars, but I think it should be enough to kind of get the shape across. Like, this is all the inside of the building, this is all the porch, and this is the courtyard, and hopefully that makes sense. But if it doesn't, it'll make more sense the more I start building this up. So, I think I'm going to start at least trying to terraform, at least trying to get the ground flat where I'm going to build. Maybe filling in some of the floors. I think I'm just going to use jungle wood, so that's fine. I got plenty of that. And yeah, it'll either be obvious what I'm trying to do, or it'll be really bad. I'm also definitely going to want to light this place up. Alright, so this is starting to come together. I've gone ahead and put in the floor of the building area. Looking at it, I might want the sides to be extended by one more section over here, but I'm not going to do that until I've got the build starting to come up, and if it really needs it, because this is already large enough that I kind of don't want to add on anymore. But yeah, floors, ceilings are going to be jungle wood, walls are going to be made out of jungle logs and bamboo. The roof I'm thinking of making out of bricks, and then I'm also thinking that for the floor of the porch area, I don't know if it will be too much red, because I'm also going to do bricks over the side here, and if it's too much red, I can choose a different block, probably a significantly cheaper block, so, you know, maybe it's not a bad thing, but I want to try out bricks, because I think those are going to be the look for this. But before then, I'm going to need some more tools. I'm going to need a lot of clay and a lot of furnaces to make all the bricks that I want. So, let's go do that. Alright, so I've got a bunch of furnaces and a bunch of clay that I forgot that you can't just uncraft into clay balls, so I'm going to need to break that again. But for more clay, I do have a lush cave down in the mines, wherever they are. There. Yeah, there's a lush cave down there, so that's where I'm going to get most of my clay from. But first, I gotta sleep. And down we go. Alright. And it doesn't look like much because it is a tiny lush caves biome, and this is the very top of it, so I'm probably going to need a lot of bricks, so I'd rather overmine right now than undermine. Alright, my inventory is chock full of clay, so let's go. And you know, if I really want to make just an excellent garden here, this is a good spot for it. But that's going to be a bit later down the line. For now, I'm going to set up my little furnace array over here, and chuck in a bunch of stacks of clay, just to get them out of my inventory. Split this up into 8, and get these bricks firing. But while those bricks smelt, I'm going to dig out the rest of this area. I'll probably start replacing some of these cobblestone bits with jungle logs. I need to get some more, but they're right there, so it's not a big deal. And you know, a big reason why I'm not in the jungle proper, A, it's really annoying to clear out, and B, I lag here, so I like seeing it off in the distance. I like having the very lush trees. It is not terribly pleasant to be in here, though. Okay, are these done smelting up yet? Can I get some bricks? They aren't done, but they're pretty close to. And it looks like 8 coal will burn through an entire stack of these, so I will need some more coal to get through them all. But for now, this should be fine. I'm not going to make all of them into slabs right now, but given how expensive bricks are, I'm definitely going to prefer using slabs. And yeah, that really only made it halfway. So I'm definitely going to need a lot more bricks to finish this build. But I think the bricks are definitely the way to go here. Actually, these should probably be jungle slabs, because they're part of the building, not part of the porch. Youch. Oh. Hey, Ross. Yeah, so for the actual porch supports, we're going to have cobblestone at the bottom here, and then fences on top. That way it is nice, it adds some texture, color, depth, and it just isn't as chunky as a full block would be. So you can see a little bit better. But our bricks are ready. This is as many as I can make right now, so I really am going to need to go mining. But yeah, what I think I'm going to do is just a simple brick slab roof. We're going to have one slab on top, one slab overhang into the middle here, and then we're just going to step it up to this wall. This wall, I think I'm going to want probably a block separation vertically between where this roof meets the wall and where the next one starts. So this is actually going to need to be a pretty tall build. Okay, and that's the porch floor done. So I think it will look nice as brick. I don't think I'm going to need to swap it out. Let me just start laying the roof here, and if it's too much brick, I can dial it back. Actually, do I want it overhanging? Yeah, probably. It's easy enough to take down later, so I'm not too worried about testing it. Actually, I don't think I need to test the whole thing. I don't think I like it. So that's one less row of bricks that I need. Oh. And we've got friends. What joy. Anyways, I don't have enough logs to finish this, and I made the inside one block too short here, so... yeah, might as well just place these down. Heal up a little bit before I try and fight these guys, because I've really taken a beating from fall damage here. Oh, hello. Coward. Alright, where's the other? There were like two? Ow. Okay, well, just kill it. Oh. Bad omen. I guess... no, I haven't really fought these guys since that change would have been made, so... where's the last one? Where are you? Alright. Anyways. There's one more. Why? Alright. Oh, and there's a creeper. Why? Why not? Where did you even spawn? Okay, so I think shapes-wise, this build is taking shape. Resources-wise, this build needs a lot more than I anticipated. So, next steps immediately. I need more wood. I need to gather some bamboo. And I need to go mining specifically for coal to smelt some more clay into bricks. And now it's raining. And it's a zombie. Wonderful. Ooh, pumpkins. I don't have any of those, so I'll take some. Alright. And now that that's fixed, these should be more or less permanent. I will probably need to drop these down, depending on how I want to terraform. If I want to have the side of the building exposed, or if I want to bring the dirt out and surround the building. So, once I decide, I can do something about that. But I've got a bunch of bamboo, which I'm going to turn into bamboo planks. And we're going to see how that looks as the wall. I am a little bit iffy on this. Yeah, I think cobblestone will look good, matching the little stands here. And if a better idea comes along, I can always switch to that. Okay. I think the cobblestone is helping. I don't necessarily know if it's the best block, but it's the best one that I have access to. I think I really need to add some more depth here. So, a couple ideas. One is just bring out the supports by one. And I think that's definitely a good first step. I could do planters here. I could just start piling, like, tools and stuff over here. Like, I don't know. I don't think we've got invisible item frames or anything, but I can make a little display over here of, like, shovels, hay bales, whatever gardening stuff that I can think of. You know, things that one would reasonably need to maintain a courtyard that currently has no plants in it, but eventually will. You know, these are all ideas that I can toy with in the future, but right now I think the way to go is to just add some more depth to this, which is going to cost even more logs, but I think it's worth it. But anyways, I am decidedly out of resources to keep building this, and I've also only been doing this for the entire episode, so I think I'm going to put off the rest of this until later. This is definitely going to be at least a couple more episodes to finish. But for right now, I want to go mining, and then I want to actually interact with the server aspect of this server. That is a big hole. There's coal, though. Wolf, you leave those sheep alone. You hear me? Sheesh. Hey, bird. Hey, bird. So I'm going to make just one more pickaxe real quick. Then I'm going to head down into the mines. Hopefully grab some diamonds or something. This wolf is really being a pain. Hopefully I'm not gonna come back and see all my sheep dead, because that would be really disappointing. But I don't think I'm gonna go with my existing mines over there, just because they're pretty far away. I think I want to start mining. I don't know if I want to start mining immediately over there. Maybe like over here, if this goes anywhere. It doesn't look like it. There's iron though. Huh. So this cave does go decently far down. Okay. Yeah, I can work with this. Okay. So anyways, this cave is neat. It's just not really going down very much. And I would love to be at like Y16 for iron. So I think I might just clear out what resources are here, and then I'm gonna just start strip mining. Less fun than caving, but also I can watch videos on the side and not worry about blowing up. Even more pillagers. You know what? No, I don't wanna. And I feel like this is as good a place as any to start a mine, so let's get digging. Nope, that's a cave. Let's see. I was gonna say anything interesting, and I guess lava is a little bit interesting, but not the kind of interesting I'm looking for. Oh, there's the lush cave. How nice. It's a little small though, but lush cave is lush cave. I will gladly take some glowberries. And coal. Anyways, back to digging. Thank you, cave noise. Very cool. And we're at deep slate. Only halfway down to -59. But yeah, Y16 is all the way up there. I've just got a little pathway dug out. Maybe I'll remember it. But that's the best place for iron. I just want to get all the way down to diamond level. Ooh, cave. My pickaxe is about to die, unfortunately. But I can at least look for some diamonds that are exposed. Just gotta be careful not to get into a place that I can't get out of. Would you look at that? Exactly what I was looking for. Alright, I can't do my preferred strategy of digging all the way around them. I just don't have the durability, I don't think. So, yeah, let's just have at 'em. 1, 2, 3. That's a pickaxe right there. Kind of hoping for 5 so that I could get a pickaxe and an enchanting table, but you know what? Pickaxe is perfectly fine. Nope. And there goes the pickaxe. But that looks really neat. So, plop down a crafting table, get some sticks. There's my diamond pickaxe right there. Alright, let's check this out. Oh. You know what? Let's not check this out. I don't want to deal with cave spiders. Nope. I'll grab this iron, though. Alright, head back. Maybe look for some more diamonds while I'm down here. Because I think when I head back, I am just going to keep digging. Yeah, it looks like I've covered most of this area. Let's just keep heading down. That is lava right there. That is my signal to stop. There is a lot of tuff here. So I'm curious if there's a giant iron vein, or if it's just a lot of tuff. You know, I think it might just be a chunk of tuff. Because I'm not seeing any iron. Okay, I've done enough in the mines. Let's get back to the surface. Oh, but there's another branch right here. This one goes even further down. You know, I kind of see how I get lost in the mine so easily. But you know, I had a good time. And I think I know where I am. Okay. Well, you know, if I ever need a cave down here, I got it. There's a mine shaft that I found that I really don't want to explore right now. And I got 3 diamonds. Which is perfect for digging even further down in a strip mine instead of caving. Alright. I've gotten a ton of stuff from the mines that I really just need to throw into chests. I need to get a bunch more bricks smelting here. There's a skeleton down there, but I'm just going to ignore him. Oh hey, you can see my house from here. And also my house. And also not my house. Alright, so I've got some more clay that's ready to go. As soon as these are done going through their items. I do need a new shovel. Then I think I'll put off any more of this stuff until next episode. Because right now I want to go and actually do something for the server. And that's gonna need some dirt, some water, some seeds. Probably, let's get some melon and pumpkin seeds. Why not? Some of this. Because what I am going to make is a little community farm over at spawn. This wolf is still trying to kill my sheep. Really not cool, man. Anyways, grab a boat, head towards spawn, which is a lovely little savanna area over here. And would you look at this? Somebody's already setting something up. Yeah, got just a little shelter here. And then I figure over here, pretty good spot. Just start a quick farm. That is the wrong tool. Make some signs. Telling people what it is. Yep. Definitely light up the area because this is really dangerous. If you ever break your bed and die during the night. Also, we got a little zombie piglin here. I don't know where he came from, but he's just there. Has not despawned yet. It's been 2 days now, so good for him. Then let's see, where's a good spot to put a line of melons and pumpkins? I'm thinking probably right over here, if I just do a little bit of terraforming. We'll do melons on this side. And pumpkins on this side. And then, I don't really know. I've got wheat, I got melons and pumpkins. It should be enough food. I'm gonna go see if there are any potatoes, because there's a village over that way. And if so, I'm gonna take some for myself, and I'm gonna plant some in the farm. I would be kind of shocked if there's any crops left here, to be honest. There's some villagers, though, which is surprising. And some horses. Any potatoes, or even any crop fields, because I haven't seen any. Over there might be some. Let's see, what are you? There are carrots, which is good. That is just wheat. No potatoes. This kinda sucks. Whose base is this? And do they have any potatoes to steal? For a good cause. Yes. Don't mind me. Just stealing some stuff. It's for a good cause. Do you have any bone meal? Nope. I was hoping to use more theft to replace my existing theft, but I feel like I might need to go kill a skeleton, or at least just wait around a little bit until these are ready to go. This one ready? Yes. I will bring back more potatoes at a later date. I also still don't know whose base that is, so I don't know who I stole from. Oh. Some interesting grass. It's getting broken, though. Because in the way. Same with you. Alright, we got one potato. That will eventually grow up to be more potatoes. But anyways, I think that is where I'm going to leave off today's episode. I have triple-checked before I started recording that gameplay audio was actually being recorded. So if it didn't, I'm going to scream. But also, this episode is going up. So hopefully it recorded. And yeah, today's episode felt both very scattered, but also very focused on my base. Hopefully in the future we'll get some more stuff with some more people. Why is there a bat here? But I would say that I am properly established on the server now. Bat, can you stop taking damage? But yeah, I got a base, I've got a mine that's going up, I've got a farm, I've done something for the community. It only took a little bit of theft, which I will probably have to answer for later. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed. I've been the Impending Moon, and good night. So yeah, what do you think of the place? Nope. Don't like it? Well, you know, it doesn't matter anyways. I didn't want to play with you.